Hey friends, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this super easy DIY cold shoulder flutter sleeve dress. Let's get started. For this dress I have folded in half my stretch knit fabric from selvage to selvage, and I am using an old t-shirt that I've cinched in at the waist and tucked in at the sleeves, and I'm cutting around the t-shirt using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then for the length, I measured from my shoulders down to the length that I wanted it to be, and I added a full inch for hem allowance. And I folded it in half so that I can cut it evenly on the other side. Now that I've cut that out, I am going to go back and I'm going to lower my neckline, and I'm just going to sew along the edges using a zigzag stitch. Now I'm going to work on the sleeve. So I have pulled out the sleeve on the t-shirt and I've laid it on top of the fabric that is folded in half, and I laid it right at the fold. So I have the fold of the sleeve at the fold of the fabric, and I've marked down to where I want my sleeve to stop, which is 12 inches, and I'm going to do the same thing down at the bottom underneath where the armpit area goes, and I'm going to mark that same 12 inches all the way back up to the fold. So I'm just pivoting my measuring tape to make it match up. So I'm going back up to the top to that 12-inch mark, and I am going to take my scissors and I am going to cut all the areas that are marked at 12 inches. So it'll be on a curve to just below where the armpit area is, and I am going to cut up to that seam. And now I am snipping right at the top where the seam of the sleeve meets the seam of the shirt, and I'm going to curve my cut around to make it shape like a sleeve. And then I'm going to scoop out that one area, so probably half of what the original sleeve was I cut in a scoop shape to cut that out, and then I'm going to use that same sleeve pattern as a pattern piece to cut out a second sleeve. And I'm going to cut out that same scoop area. So I'm going to take that to the machine and I'm going to sew down the sides using a zigzag stitch. Now that that's sewn up, we're going to attach it to the dress. So since we scooped out the top portion, the curve area of the sleeve, that part is going to be missing in order for it to be a cold shoulder. So we're going to attach the sleeve, we're going to turn it right side out and tuck it into the dress, and the dress is inside out. So we're matching up the side seam of the dress to the side seam of the sleeve, and we're going to pin it halfway on each side. So you pin it up to the halfway point. And you're going to zigzag stitch that together. So here I'm going to show the halfway point. That's where you stop when you insert the sleeve inside of the dress. So I've placed a pin there so that you'll know that area that I'm pointing to, that's the only area that you're pinning to the dress and sewing up. And once you attach that sleeve to the dress, it'll be open like so. And you are going to take the rest of the raw edges and you're going to turn them in 1/4 of an inch and hem that portion. So after you attach the sleeve, you're going to hem the raw edges. And you're going to do that to both sides. So now that we have that sleeve attached and we've hemmed the raw edges, we are going to hem the sleeves. We're going to fold up 1/4 of an inch and then another 1/4 of an inch, and we're going to sew as close to the edge as possible all the way around. And we're going to do the same thing for the neckline. 1/4 of an inch down, another 1/4 of an inch, and close to the edge as possible, so all the way around. And for the bottom, we're doing a 1/2 inch. Roll it up 1/2 inch and then another 1/2 inch, and so all the way around as close to the edge as possible. And you are done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you again soon.